Hello YouTube, it's Ernesto Rivera. I'm back here again at the West Island Model Railroad Club. As you notice, we have a special review today. This is the Athearn Genesis P42DC. This is with the Tsunami 2 DCC and sound. So we're going to go ahead and take a closer look at it, and we're going to watch it run and listen to how it sounds. So we're taking a look here on the right side of the engine. You'll notice that on top of the roof there's the PTC antenna. It's been installed from the factory. A lot of detail in these engines have gone into the updated Genesis version. Underneath the bottom there's now pipe work underneath where the air tanks are. There's you can see there's a little bit of underbody detail. One thing also to note about this engine, it's very heavy. Unlike the ready-to-roll version, they have a full metal chassis underneath that increases the weight. Right here, as we take a look at the rear of the engine, you'll notice that the fan grills look exactly the same. The radiator grills, all the grills on the side look exactly the same as the ready-to-roll. When I examine, and I'll show you in the video also, when you compare it to the ready-to-roll shell, the tooling on the shell is exactly the same as the ready-to-roll. So there's not much extra details in terms of the shell itself, but there are more added detail parts to this engine, so it adds more detail. One of the notable changes they did here, you look at the exhaust stack, you can see that it's more hollowed out now, so it's got a little bit more detail. The ready-to-roll version is still not bad at all. They're still well detailed. The fan blade on top, the radiator fan blade, looks to be exactly identical to the ready-to-roll version. As far as the roof detail and the overall body detail, this engine here is nearly identical. It does have a lot more detail in terms of when you look at more of the close-up shots. We'll also take a look at the rear of the engine, and we'll show you more detail here. Now, taking a look here at the rear, you can see there's more. All the MU hoses on the bottom of on this version of the Genesis. Compared to the ready-to-roll, you'll notice that the ready-to-roll does not have any of the detail underneath the bottom. Plus, we also have bright white LEDs in the back. And one other feature we have, now if you're doing push-pull operations, you can have the red marker lights on. I'm going to show the front of the engine too, but you also have the same feature up front. Whenever you change direction, the red marker lights will go in the corresponding direction. So that's one really nice feature that they have here on the Genesis model, not present on the Ready to Run. One of the nicest features here on the Genesis version, you'll see the flashing ditch lights when we blow the horn. And then you look at where the snowplow is, we have the MU hoses going through the snowplow. Very nice detail in there. Plus, like I mentioned before, there's a full cab interior. You got the windshield wipers and mirrors. And again, when we turn on when we're doing push-pull operations, you can have it run in reverse with the red marker lights on if you're doing that kind of operation with this. Again, this was not present on the ready-to-roll model. Obviously, you had to go, do some work and modifications to make that happen. But now this all comes from pre-programmed from the factory. Also with the Tsunami 2 sound, it sounds really good. And now we're going to see how it runs. So there you have it. That was a close-up look at the Athearn P42. It really does look good. I like the Genesis version when you compare it, all the features that you're getting from it. These engines retail for just under $300 MSRP, but you can get them for roughly around $270, $260 online with the sound. You could also get them they also come in DCC ready versions. So if you don't like the way the Tsunami sound is, you can also get the DCC ready version and then convert it to low sound if you're very savvy at installing decoders. But as far as the sound quality from this engine, you can actually hear some of it. It's really good. Athearn has pretty much sold out on these road numbers here because they were so popular. But if you can find one, I would say grab one if you can. P42s are becoming hard to find, even the ready-to-roll version, so the Genesis version is a good alternative. Again, if you want something a little bit less money, you can wait and get the ready-to-roll version. But I really like the way these turned out, and they really look good. Now, before we wrap up our review, I'm going to let you guys take one side-by-side look at the ready-to-roll version compared to the Genesis version, and you can make your decision from there. So right here you're taking a look at the Athearn ready-to-roll P42, and you can see that this looks almost like a Genesis version, but it's missing a little bit of the detail. It doesn't have all the marker lights and everything on it, all the lighting functions, but it is a good alternative. When this came out, this was about $90, $100. This is one of the earlier versions that came out like 10 plus years ago. So you can see how this shell looks really good. And now we're going to take a look at the Genesis version, and we'll let you see them both side by side. So now you can see them both side by side. You notice that the blue on the ready-to-roll version is a little bit off in color, and then the silver on the Genesis version and the blue looks more accurate. But either way, this is both a great value. Again, like I said before, P42s are hard to find as they don't really release them that much. And there's only one other alternative, and that's Kato, if you want to get one with sound. But even then, the Kato ones are more expensive, and they're very limited as far as how the releases they come up with. Athearn gives you more choices as far as more road numbers to pick from. So that's my recommendation. I like it. I happen to like it a lot, and I think you guys should get one if you can find it. So I hope you guys find this review helpful, and we'll catch you on the next video. And don't forget, pick up one of these if you can. So until next time, guys, I'll see you in the next video.